bringing you laughing to your fist? What the hell? Okay. Whatever, Andrew.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward.
Huh? Why?
I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's grand. He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You've helped a lot with the success of the company without having
wow.
to actually work
I didn't
there.
know he talked about me. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and rather personal questions. I think we answered a lot of those questions wrong now. I feel bad. We should revert to last save.
It's too late.
No, it's not.
It's too late, Dino.
I haven't saved yet.
Too late.
I looked at Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off, and I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something. Whether it was for good or bad, I was not able to find out.
He has quite a derpy face.
Okay. I'm gonna stop playing guitar because I just can't focus right now. I felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Next to me was my dad, giving me his cold stare. To Andrew, who suddenly became tense.
So, you're Jared's son.
Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was fear or an insult, it was most definitely fear. Andrew locked his eyes on my father, and I couldn't but feel tension between them. It irked me, just how fragile the air had become. Almost as fragile as when it was so silent that it could be cut through like a bunch of slippery butter.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Well,
I stared at Andrew. This guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO? I thought the vice chairman wanted the position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
of course not, sir.
Oh, this guy's so annoying.
And polite as well. Interesting.
If you'll excuse me.
He faded away.
He faded away.
Follow him.
Quickly,
I
Andrew.
quickly followed Andrew. Oh, you want to not go?
Oh, are you following him?
Yeah.
You didn't. Oh, okay.
I did. I said follow him.
Right, okay.
Did you not do that?
I press followed him. Don't worry. Go on, carry on.
I'm so tired. But the show must go on.
It must go on.
I quickly followed Andrew, wanting to make sure he was all right. I felt a little embarrassed that my dad had put him on the spot like that. I had to apologize.
Oh,
We
wow.
wound up outside. This is a bad situation.
Uh-huh.
This is not good.
No.
There are stars. Stars, I say. We wound up outside. The stars practically danced on the grass as we stood in the backyard of the mansion. It had been my first time in years being out there, but my thoughts weren't on the nostalgia, if you know what I mean. Hey, Andrew. Andrew turned to me in surprise. However, his face was completely red, both in embarrassment and humiliation. It felt... I call it semicolon. This is a fancy person talking.
I didn't see you or hear you.
I felt
following.
terrible.
Sorry.
Terrible. Terrible. I felt terrible. No, it is okay. I should be the one to apologize.
What for? You didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, for the way my dad behaved. He shouldn't have been so. I mean, what were you expecting?
No, it's fine. I mean, I should have expected it and been more prepared.
Andrew rubbed the back of his neck and gave a goofy grin. It was intriguing seeing Andrew's professional side and then seeing his goofy smile away from everyone. Still, I'm sorry for that.
It's not a problem, really, but thank you.
There's a snake in my boot. I just wanted to say that. We both smiled at each other before I reached my hand out to him. He tilted his head and raised an eyebrow in confusion. Greg. My name is Greg. In understanding, He suddenly became angled in the screen. Everything is angled now. I got this.
That's a pretty name.
In
I'm
understanding,
happy to know it
his
now.
smile returned before he took my hand gently and shook it. No, really, it's not that nice.
I have to disagree with you. It's much better than Andrew. I mean, who names their kid Andrew?
A lot of people do, in fact.
But
The
how
correct
about
statement,
Axel
as I
or
pull up
Ace?
Google,
Something cool like that.
how many people are named Andrew?
Oh, he's actually searching.
Many people are named Andrew. Andrew. How many of me.com. All right. First name Andrew. Last name fictional character. Search. Required. I have to be. Am I 13? Yes.
Am I 13? I don't know.
It's okay. There are only 863,972 people in the U.S. with the name Andrew, and there are fewer than 119 people with the last name. Period. So a lot of people do.
What a terrible last name to have.
How many people are named Ace, computer? Search names. There are fewer than 1,603 people in the US with the name Ace. That is a terrible idea, and you should feel bad. I couldn't help but laugh at him. He was pretty chill for a guy who was supposed to be a vice chairman's son. He grinned. The accents are just keep going. They just keep changing, like dynamically in sentences. He grinned. Yeehaw! He grinned and laughed along with me.
Well,
I don't know why.
Butter. I could feel the slippery butter between us.
I don't know why, but I felt warm. Like some warm.
Slippery butter.
There you go. Whether it was almost non-existent breeze or the situation we found ourselves in, it felt nice.
To be holding that slippery butter.
Lewis.
Oh, go away, father.
The correct statement is
slippery butter.
You're so funny. We're comedians. And just like that, the feeling vanished. Like slippery butter being eaten on some warm toast. We both turned to see my dad at the doors of the mansion, staring at Andrew with almost a deadly glare. In fact, he died. Andrew straightened up, trying to maintain a business posture.
Yes, sir?
Yes, sir?
Your
No, wait, I'm
limo
not
is
reading that. What am I? I'm losing my mind.
Return home now.
All right.
No, Andrew.
Thank you, sir.
No, not
Stay
Andrew.
with us, Andrew. We have so much slippery butter that we need to share between us.
Dad, what you doing to he was my slippery butter.
I don't want to hear it. Do not become friendly with him. He wants to take
It's
the
my
away
company,
from us.
Dad.
You have no reason.
Before I could retort, my dad turned away and I walked back inside, doing an angry face emoji. Wondering about how the party was nearing an end. I sighed and entered the house well. The house as, not the house well, the house as. As well, Baswell, casual. Wait, one
Slippery
thing,
butter.
slippery butter. Wanted to part and immediately. That's a joke from my high school. The person who did the intercom was really old and always said immediately, like always. And she always said it like immediately. Anyway, eventually Moo Moo, Baloney, my parents, and the incubuses were left. My dad looked me straight In slight disappointment, I looked back at him in confusion. What did I do?
I overheard your conversation with our guests. You were stumbling as much as Lewis did.
Get out of my house!
I don't want to hear excuses. I expect that you'll work on your speaking skills
Blah,
while you
blah, blah. Oh, right.
Alright, your mother and I
No
have to leave.
problem,
Sure,
baloney.
Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because...
No thanks, Cuckoo.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party. We'll come visit
Oh,
tomorrow.
you're behind.
Bye.
Okay,
Good night,
right.
sweetie. Come
Get
visit us
out of
soon.
my house.
I'm
What
at
is
the...
her voice is weird.
Who?
Like, listen to it. Her mom's.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
It's different.
It's always been like that. That's how her voice has always
No.
been.
Had
Yeah.
like a Scottish tone to it. Where do? All four of my remaining guests left the building, all but my dad waving back to me. With the last of the guests gone, I sighed and sat on the staircase, exhausted. Phew, that was tiring. No, seriously,
like
it
you
was
had to
like
go to work.
legitimately tiring.
For the person reading.
It's
Give her a
yeah,
break,
okay.
man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
She handled herself the best she could.
Expected, princess.
No, he didn't.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up. Hush, Sam.
Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long.
Ho ho ho! It didn't take long to find you little shits after all.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Cliffhanger, please! Cliffhanger, please!
Cliffhanger.
Ho, ho, ho. It didn't take long.
Was that a cliffhanger? Wait, the music's starting.
Yeah.
We have to
We
continue.
must continue.
I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. The voice from my dreams echoed through the air into my ears. I looked around, panicked. Alongside the incubi, James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
All of us shot our heads towards the doors, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open, revealing a sight I never expected to see. It was, who was it? Tune in next time to find out.
Oh, I already clicked next book. Never mind.
Who was it?
What?
Fine then. You just want me to continue reading, don't you?
I do.
Don't you? Yeah? Okay. Anyways. Skin red as blood, eyes black and gold piercing into mine, roughened up clothes, and a pistol in hand, I saw a monster. Oh. That was unexpected. I covered my mouth not to scream at the sight, dried blood covering the banana around his neck as he smirked at me and the boys around me, beside, benign, combine. Beside the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like
Oh,
clothes.
what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger.
Oh no.
Sam is dead. This was unexpected. Come on, he's a trash talker. We all gasped in shock, but instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, but...
What the fuck?
What?
What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more falling asleep. Anyway, pulling the trigger. This is so boring. Like, it's incredibly boring. Pulling the trigger over and over again in aggravation, like a toddler. Like a toddler. Luckily for my ears, it became quieter after its first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
Maybe because you're
His
out
voice
of
doesn't
bullets,
match.
fool.
His voice doesn't match his appearance.
This
doesn't.
place is protected.
What did you say, shrimp?
This place has a seal. protecting it from hellborn magic.
What the
This
fuck
guy's
is
really
that supposed
angry.
to
He should
mean?
take some anger management classes.
Yeah.
Ah!
The man growled, threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time, and the pistol bounced off the ground a couple times before sliding further away, hitting the wall at the final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into a black flame that disappeared in the air and continued to burn the house down, as the dramatic music started
This owner
to make
had this place protected
thing
by magic,
somewhat interesting.
Alex.
Malix, that was his name. His existence resonated in my memory from the dream I had. However, I looked at Matthew, and the same confusion Malix did. This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Malix's face grew to that of extreme anger. Extreme anger. His face tightening as if he was crushing a fist ball.
His face.
From dragging your asses out and shooting you then!
Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power, Malix wasn't going to fight. I took that chance and stood at him instead of being powerless like I was in the dream. Get out of my house, fool!
Get out of my house. Go on. Dino. Dino.
Sure. Should I continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Malix growled at me, walking right up to me and leaning close into my face, noticing the bruise on my cheek. Leaning close into my face, I glared back, feeling my courage skyrocket.
Since when does a little stain like you give orders to a guy who can rip your pretty little head from your body?
You really don't think you do, you? If you kill me, you'll be hunted down by more than just the police.
You little...
Run, I can't duck. Run!
Run.
Run, I guess. All of a sudden, I felt a grip my hair and pull me back, forcing me to cry out and stare up at Malix. Why couldn't we punch him? Was that an option?
I don't think it was.
Oh. His eyes bored into mine as he cackled in my face.
Hey, let her go!
Sam! Eric!
So much yelling.
Within mere seconds, Sam punched Malix square in the jaw, forcing him to let my hair go. As I fumbled back, Eric caught me in his arms, gently pulling me away from Malix and back in the group.
Come on, Sam. You and me. Right here. Let's go!
Come on, asswipe!
They're so angry.
However, before they could fight, the woman stepped forward and placed a firm grip on Malix's shoulder.
That's enough, Malix.
What? Who do you think you're speaking to, woman?
The girl who's going to help you kill them. Just not now.
Not now!
I stared as the girl spoke down to Malix. She looked the same, just pure evil. However, she seemed concerned for Malix, or for me.
There's 5 of them and 2 of us. Even if we come back with the gang, they can have the place surrounded by human police.
Then we shoot everyone!
Think! If we shoot everyone, we'll be hunted. And it'll be a matter of time before makeshift paladins come and try to exorcise us.
Who wants exercise, right? The two growled at each other, as if they could not make this thing more boring. If they had used their magic, I could sense that fire would glow from under their teeth. Malix grunted. He already grunted. How many times does he have to grunt? Like, seriously. Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James with a glare of slippery butter. Can't even do Southern anymore. Wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife. Just wait, pretty boy. Oh wait, that's
You
him.
don't
Okay.
have to read. We're almost done. I'm sure we're near at the other chapter. Surely.
That's what you said last time. Then Malik turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside.
Skip.
I dare you.
With that, Malik and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone again. I felt my knees give out under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn and catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
What do you think? I was just attacked by the face of evil.
He's been closely tracking
Why
us.
was he here?
Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malik's left behind on me. This is weird. That's pretty weird. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Was he a demon? There's a difference? No, seriously, there's a difference?
He's a devil.
Yes, demons come from a different
More backs. Please enlighten me. Is there devil school? Are we backstory to devil? Are we gonna have to meet Mrs. and what is her name? Saunderson Bergingtonville person? I don't. The teacher.
Devils always like to cause
Oh,
trouble
I
and
don't
try to
know.
kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons like us.
You're
know when
definitely
to use
reading the
our
next
powers
one
and
because
when not
I
to.
feel like I've been reading
Not
for like
stupid.
2 hours.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free
Okay.
wills
Yep.
and don't rely
Okay.
on where
Yep.
they came from.
Backstory. Go. This was all so confusing. Demons and devils and magic all existed, and I happened to be in the middle of it. What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
Ellipses. Wait, that's Damien.
That's Damien.
I couldn't believe my ears. It was the 3rd day of surprises, and now I go to bed to die, as I said I would, after the 3rd day of surprises. I felt my head spin once again as I blanketed down to the death that I had presumed for myself. What did I get? Ugh, just stop with
Don't worry.
backstory.
We'll
Stop
find a way to
with
train
it,
ourselves and
please.
become stronger to finally
I
finish
don't
this
care.
Kick his ass right now.
It's not like you guys have been glaring at each other for the past 30 minutes.
If Malik comes back, we'll be here for you.
Blah blah. But what about going aside? Won't he?
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
Did you say you knew Taekwondo?
Do you say you're Taekwondo?
Well, duh, I know Taekwondo. Oh my gosh. I felt somewhat relieved that I was so mostly safe from Malix, but still I could not help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malix did the same? Even more so, what I was lost without my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. He probably has a library somewhere. I wonder if library he has. Finally, cliffhangers. Thank you.
We're getting close to the end of the chapter. Come on, Dino.
We're totally reading the next part in a southern accent because I've been reading for like an hour. Like, that's the least you can do, please. I went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubuses, I felt like a target to something I'd never be able to explain or prove. Magic, devils, demons, angels, magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! How did this all happen? Should I really meddle with the situation? I should call Herlock and Jatson. Surely they'll know what to do. They're staying until after they defeat Malix. That's right. This has already been explained. Right. They said they'd only stay until after they defeated Malix. After that, my life would go back to normal temporary insanity, as Cuckoo would put it. The question was, would I want them to leave? If my life went back onto normal, I'd have to care for the house all on my own. I'd have to get focused in my life, and I'd actually have to live to finger around here. And Lord knows I don't want to do that. My life. Hashtag first world problems. Oh,
We're nearly at the end. I can see.
I don't want to do it more. I don't want to do it.
I can sense it, Dino. You can do it.
Where was my life going anyway? I was under pressure from my parents, and with my only friends being Cuckoo and Baloney, I couldn't do anything. I don't care.
I bet this is the last line before we go to sleep.
I'm gonna click one more time. Enough. Let's just sleep and deal with it tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep because I really wanted to sleep and not spend 30 minutes trying to eat the shrimp pasta.
That's slippery butter.
Who's that? Tune in next time when Zombie reads as a country schoolgirl.
Be with you forever.
Okay.